We're on a journey to find a wine that she likes. Can we find it by the time we finish the calendar?
Welcome to day 19.
Day number 19. We're getting close to the end here.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you're looking forward to?
Not anything really in particular, because I think what's left is like fairly good, except the mystery flavor. I kind of want to save that for the end.
Right. So we know every flavor that we're going to get for the rest of the days except for 2. Right? Because there's one mystery flavor we haven't unlocked, and being doubles, there's going to be twice.
Mm-hmm.
It would be nice if we get it on the 23rd and 24th.
Mm-hmm.
Because at this point, we're not voiding doubles, and if we save it towards the last days, then the suspension.
Yeah.
It's nice. I think I'm leaning towards Irish cream. I want to try that one more time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to get it. But let's see what day number 19 has.
Now, day number 19 has a picture of presents on it, so maybe that's a good sign?
That's going to be the caramel?
Yeah. That was our favorite. All right, let's see. Oh. Okay.
Oh, we got the creme brulee. Not too bad. So we got creme brulee cocoa.
Mm-hmm.
We actually got this one about a week ago on day 12. And I don't know about you, I think I forgot about this one.
Yeah, I kind of did too.
Because initially we said we believe like all the remaining ones are fairly decent.
Mm-hmm.
And this one wasn't horrible. But we each gave it a 3.
Mm-hmm.
Right, which tends to be the average score around here.
Yeah.
But from my perspective, what I remember is it didn't have a lot of flavor to it. It was kind of lackluster in that sense. There was nothing exciting about it. You see the name creme brulee on a cocoa, and initially you get excited, right? Like, oh my gosh, what's it going to taste like? Is it going to taste good? Is it going to taste like a creme brulee? And then you actually try it, and then it's a letdown. So from my perspective, that's why I got such a low score, because there was nothing, not because it tasted bad, because there was nothing exciting about it. And I think I'm keeping it at a 3 because I don't expect it to be any better this time around.
Yeah. It tasted, I remember it tasted like coffee to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that yesterday's, the vanilla, I said kind of like the same thing that tasted like coffee creamer.
Right, so if you mix the two,
it might be phenomenal.
You got the perfect mix right there. And put it over ice.
Yeah. Oh.
Then you're in heaven.
Love me an iced coffee. But yeah, no, the taste was okay, but it just, as a hot cocoa, it just was not where it was more or less expected to be.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, and again, I've never had creme brulee before, so I didn't really kind of know what to expect flavor-wise, but I don't think that's what it should have tasted like.
No, definitely not. So we're sticking with 3 as well?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go. Would you try it again from a different brand?
Maybe, because I think I said this the first time around. I know that a certain mermaid brand likes to make a creme brulee latte that's coffee, but I think that they have a little bit more of what a creme brulee is supposed to taste like.
Sure. I'm still not a fan of that one though.
No?
No. At least not the last time I tried it.
Did it taste like creme brulee?
I don't remember. I just remember I wasn't a big fan.
Well, maybe maybe they could make a creme brulee cocoa.
Or you know what? Even better. We can make a creme brulee and then find out what it really tastes like.
That is a good idea. Hello.
So yeah, I might try it again if it was from a different brand. Once again, same thing with all the other hot cocos. Brew it with milk. See how that changes the flavor. See if it gets it some richness, less of a bland flavor, so to speak. But let's go on and move on to the wines and hope we get something a lot better than yesterday.
Oh my God, please.
So as much as I like exploring new wines, and I really do, I don't know if I'm ready for another rosé today.
Oh God. After yesterday's disaster, no.
And I'm definitely over red blends.
Please, no more red blends.
Let's see what we got in store for us today.
Ooh, geometric trees. Merlot.
For today's wine, we have Geometric Trees. It is a Merlot.
It's a product of Italy and has 12% alcohol by volume.
So we got a Merlot today. I do believe this is our third in the calendar. I'm not mad about that. I always appreciate a good Merlot, and it smells like a good Merlot. I enjoy this.
This smells like the first Merlot we had.
But I'm weary because the first two were just okay. They weren't great. They weren't phenomenal in any way. But I'm so excited. You know, it's not too heavy on the spicy. I almost want to get some sort of sweetness to it, but I don't think it's all there.
Remember how yesterday I said I got the legs?
Mm-hmm.
When I did the thing?
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't have any legs. I'm twirling it around.
Yeah, they're not super present.
I get none.
They're there, they're just really slow. So that means this wine probably won't have a lot of tannins to it. So you shouldn't dry your mouth out too much. I mean, it's still going to, right? It's still red, but definitely nothing like a Cabernet would. Yeah, twirling it opened up the spice a little bit more, but still not too heavy. You ready to try it?
I'm scared.
Oh, that's pretty good. This is pretty balanced, and yeah, no, that it doesn't have a lot of tannins to it. It doesn't dry out your mouth a whole lot, tiny bit, but nothing close like any other reds. I do get a hint of sweetness when I first drink it. Not super heavy, but it's there a little bit. The flavor is, the aftertaste is lasting enough to make an impression. Not so much that you're still dwelling on it before you take your next sip. And it doesn't disappear so fast that you forget what it tastes like. Not super bitter or sour.
Now, that first sip I had was very sweet and very confusing because that didn't taste like a red wine.
Okay.
So I was like...
You're a little confused to what you were having.
Yeah. But then I went in for the second sip, and then I felt all the, like... Is heat the right word?
Sure.
I felt that, and then I felt, like, kind of like spice.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, okay, that is red wine.
So all the qualities of a red wine started coming in.
So now I'm like, okay, yeah, that is a red wine. But
it's got good color too. You can't see it too well on camera. It looks super. Mm-hmm. But it's got like a nice rubyish color. Looking at it through the light.
Yeah.
I think this is pretty balanced, all things considered. Definitely one of the more balanced wines we've had out of this pack. I'm going to have to give this a 6.
Really? Only a 6?
It's really because, again, so as far as wines from the pack goes, it's great. And if I'm only comparing it to other wines in the pack, phenomenal. It gets an easy 8 or 9. But it's still not the best Merlot or the best wine I've ever had. Mm-hmm. I've definitely tried better ones, tried more balanced ones. You still get a little bit of an aftertaste to it, but I think it's typical with a red sort of wine. But I've had others that are a little bit more pleasant. And I can't remember which. I know I've given a few other wines a 7 or an 8, right?
That's what I'm trying to remember.
I know one of them was a white. I think one of them was one of the Chardonnays. In comparison, this one's still not as good as those. So it's still really good. It gives above the middle mark and gets a 6. But that's gonna be my grade there.
I'm a little bit confused.
Mm-hmm. Do tell.
Do you remember what I gave the sweet red?
At most a 5. You could have gotten above that. Maybe a 4.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I definitely don't think you went above a 5.
Because this... I'm gonna be controversial.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't bad.
Okay.
For a deep red Merlot, it's not bad. And maybe it's because it's not like so heavy, it doesn't have so much spice in it, or whatever makes a Merlot a Merlot. It's tolerable to me. I know you're like smiling, you're beaming on the inside. I know. But like I said, the very first sip was sweet, and it confused the heck out of me. But then when I went for the second sip and then continuing on, I felt the spice and like that heat, if you could call it that. I felt all the feelings that I would get if I were to drink a red wine, except for that like taste and feeling. Like, I don't make a face when I make that, like when I drink this.
Okay.
So I would put this maybe on par or just under the sweet red.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not heavy, it's not like disgusting, it's not bad. This is a Merlot that I could drink. So if you want me to drink Merlot, you better find out what kind exactly this is.
Well, for starters, it is from Italy. So, you know.
Best things come from Italy.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at anything that makes you say I don't completely hate it. Is definitely a win in my book. And yeah, like I said, I felt like it's a pretty balanced wine, all things considered. So good ratings overall for this one. Mm-hmm. So not a bad day overall today. Mm-hmm. The cocoa was a little on the iffy side, but that's okay. The wine probably saved the day for you.
Honestly, shocking.
Very shocking. And like I said, anything that gets you to say it's not terrible is a win in my book when it comes to wine.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you set out to get a red wine that I liked. I think the bar started way down here, took a step up with the sweet red, mm-hmm. and maybe like half a step up with this one. We're slowly getting there.
Forward progress is forward progress, and I will take any inch that I can get it.
Next step is you're gonna make a creme brulee, right?
Absolutely. Stay tuned for it. It'll come out.
Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.